we talked about this before about working with police. You knew Nipsey, and you had a lot of respect for him, for different reasons, both your personal relationship and what he's done as a whole. If after the shooting had happened, if you were driving down the street and you saw Eric Holder just hanging out at a store on the corner, what would you have done when the manhunt was still going?
Probably would have followed him and popped him.
You would have shot him? Really? So you would have risked your own freedom to kill the person who killed Nipsey Hussle? Really?
Yep.
You're the first person that I've asked that question to that's answered it in that way.
Yeah, I would have did. I love the dude, man. I really did. Just for the person that he was. Not nothing he did special for me or nothing like, oh, he brought me out on stage. Oh, I'm forever indebted to you.
Right.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Just, he had a concert, as a matter of fact, and he was performing with another artist who had gang ties to a rival gang of Nips. So I took it upon myself to attend, just, to be like monitoring, the climate, just in case it would have went up or whatever. I really wasn't going there to do nothing, but if I would have had to do something, of course, I wasn't gonna run, And, it was like everything was cool. He even did a video that night. I think he put us in, and we was chopping it up in the VIP room. But yeah, I had a lot of admiration and respect for him as a gangster, as an individual, as an artist, just as a total, just together dude, man. He was all the way together, and he never showed me a different side of him. So just to honor the code that I live by, if I could have followed him and got away, and thought I had a reasonable chance to get away with it, yeah, I'd have popped him.
Okay, but had you not gotten away, you would be facing premeditated murder? What degree murder would that be in that situation?
That'd be first degree.
First degree, which means premeditated. You
had
planned a murder.
When you saw him to do something to him, to murder him. You stalked him and, you carried out your plan.
First degree is the highest level.
Yes.
First degree murder, well, with your background, with your criminal record, would be life in prison.
Over.
It'd be no possibility of parole. Doesn't matter if it was for the greater good. Doesn't matter what this guy did. You would be convicted of murder and gotten life in prison. And you'd be willing to take that on in order to kill this person.
I'd be willing to take that risk.
That risk.
Yeah, because I'm not just going to surrender after I do that. Everything coming with that, I probably wind up getting gunned down in the streets. I'm not just going to put my hands up and say, oh, okay, y'all got me. Take me down. You kill one person, it's nothing to continue for your safety and survival. You know what I mean?
I had recently interviewed Chi Ali, who killed his baby mother's brother.
Wow.
And he went on the run for I think a year and a half or 2 years. And yeah, man, he described what it was like being on the run. What happened to make you leave Atlanta and go back to New York?
America's Most Wanted.
Okay, so then the TV show ran.
My baby mother told me. She called me and told me they airing it. I forget what date. Whatever date it was, she was like, yo, they putting you on that show. I was like, heard you. So I was living at my development in Atlanta for a while by then. So we thought it best to leave.
Because now your face is all over national television.
Right.
And I guess they ran it twice, right? There's 2 episodes on it.
Yeah, they ran it. I remember the first time they ran it was November of 2000. They ran it in November of 2000. And then they ran it again in February of 2001.
Okay. Do you think if they didn't run that show, you'd still be living under the radar somewhere? No. Okay.
I think I would have ran a lot longer, though.
So you had to rob drug dealers?
I had to do every night. I mean, it was whatever. It was everything goes. It was You know, we was selling weed. We might be selling coke. We might be selling some fake coke. We might pull a jukes. We might. It was, you know, I'm on the run for a homicide.
Said it was a really miserable way of living.
Oh yeah, it had
Being
to
on
be.
the run is one of the, you
Yeah,
know,
it had to be. You looking over your shoulder constantly. You really
Constantly.
can't get comfortable.
you can't get comfortable.
You
Yeah, man, that really says a lot though about your principles. You'd actually be willing to do that sacrifice for your ideas.
Yeah, and I apologize to my family right now for even putting myself in that state of mind to where I would sacrifice all that. But it's just ingrained in me, to keep it true, And I know any young homie that really represent like I represent, if something was to happen to me, I know they'll get down. I know a lot of people that'll get down for me. It's not even from my hood, and it's been proven in certain instances, and I just know it, beyond that.
Well, instead of stalking this person and going through this extreme level of risk.
I wouldn't have stalked him. I'd have just hit a corner. The first corner he hit,
Okay,
it
well,
looked
no,
like
well,
it was
no,
open.
well,
He'd have got knocked
right,
down.
right.
It wouldn't have been no elaborate, he's at 33 Mockingbird Lane. I'll be back at 9.
Right, no. Well,
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, but instead of doing that, the other option is 911. Hey, that murderer
we've
you're
been
looking
through
for,
this, Vlad. I
back
am
to
not
this.
calling the police, Vlad.
You don't want to be the
If it
person.
was a serial killer next door like you asked me, Vlad, unless I was going to go knock him down, personally, I would not call the police on him.
Okay, so let's keep going with this scenario. You don't call the police,
No.
and you feel that killing him has too much of a risk of you getting caught yourself, right? Because there's cameras everywhere. You're in Hollywood. You're not going to get away. You're not going to kill someone in Hollywood and walk away from it.
Right,
It's
right,
not going
right.
to happen.
Right.
I don't care what alleyway you're on. There's a camera there.
I'm with you on that.
Okay? So you let him go. And he ends up killing a bunch of other people. How do you feel at that point? Because you could have just called the police. You could have called the police to end all this.
I feel like I couldn't get him. Police ain't an option. They're not an option.
So you
at
wouldn't feel
all.
bad about all. Let's say he goes and kills some kids afterwards, because he's crazy at this point. This is a
I missed my
potentially a serial
opportunity.
killer.
I missed my opportunity.
Miss your opportunity.
Somebody else got to get it now, or the police got to do their job and catch up with them.
But you're not helping
They
the
just
police.
got to do it around me. Nah, not at all.
Not at all. Okay, I respect it.
Nah.
I would have called the police.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
You're a
shoot this guy.
civilian,
I'm
Vlad.
a civilian.
I'm not. I'm a gangster.
I'm not going home and getting my shotgun and gonna try to. Nah, I'm not doing that.
I
I'm just
mean,
gonna call the police.
and if it's not serious enough to feel like, if I feel like, okay, this dude then killed the old lady down at the end of the block and then killed this nice couple over here, and I know that he's just killing people, I might figure, you know what? I might be in this dude's lineup. So then I would act on that. I wouldn't call the police on him.
Wouldn't
And if
call the
I
police.
didn't, it'd just be what it was, man. I don't do police, man. 'Cause,
Yeah, man. I respect it.
righteous.
I respect
And I
it.
respect you using them for what
Yeah.
you have to use them for. You know what I'm saying? That's their job, to serve and protect in the capacity that they do. It just don't seem like it translates into that when they're dealing with African Americans. So, I don't like them. I distrust them. I've had bad experiences with them since 8, 9 years old. So I'm going to keep on riding with that.